Good afternoon, everybody. Right, so let's get started. Now, talking about segmenting your database. So why do we do this? So the whole reason for segmenting is that it's really to make the most out of our email marketing for both us and also our clients. So it really involves us taking the time to get to know our customers, and then secondly, we then from segmenting them, we're able to send them information that's only of interest to them. So we really source what their interests are or what our relationship is with them, and that's how we begin to segment. So why do we do it? What's the point of it? So when we segment, it means that we'll have the ability to only send news of interest to that particular group. So for example, if we have a, say we've got a business where we have an accommodation business, let's just use that for an example. And we have some accommodation that's suitable for couples. We might have some that's suitable for families. And this is what will happen with all of our products. We'll have certain things that'll be suitable for certain types of people. So by learning what our past relationship is with them, or even what their interests are, we're able to only send information that's relevant for that particular group. So it really helps strengthen our relationship with them. And we can all identify too with when we get emails in our inbox that aren't of our interests and they don't feel that they're relevant to us, then we get that annoyed, and then we will unsubscribe too. So by segmenting our database, it really reduces that list of, or that risk of people unsubscribing, and then we're able to really refine the content that we send to them, thus having a good relation or building a good relationship with them. So how do we do this? So how do we segment our database? So the first thing is that we do is that we brainstorm. So thinking about our customers and thinking about what our products are, we really sit down and we begin to think about, how can we categorize these people? So what do we email out currently? And one way of doing this is to think about what are the emails are we sending already, if that's something that we're doing. So the emails that we're sending, does it suit all of our audience? So for example, we might have a beauty business, and we might have some people that only come in for beauty treatments such as facials or those relaxing treatments. Or we might have other people that are only come in for the maintenance side of beauty. So that is one way that if we can start to begin to target our audience with what we send to them, we can really help nurture that relationship. So if we're thinking about how we're going to segment them, we think about ways that we can categorize them already. So we might have, for example, let me think of something off the top of my head. So we might have our past clients. We might have our lead clients, or ones that haven't experienced our product yet, but we feel that we may be able to segment them in a way that we can introduce them to our products, or let them know about specials that we might have, or the first subscriber, like a subscriber introduction as well. So we really want to start off simple. So when we think about categorizing, we really got to make it simple. One thing that we can do in business sometimes is we learn everything and then we want to start off big. But if we start off small, it can really help. So segmenting our database. So here's an example for you. So this one here, now we've just put this in a Google sheet, but you can see here that there's just four groups or four segments. So past guest, and then we've got lead, a local business, and media contact. So we can see here that if we've got a local business that's part of our email database, then it's going to be probably not so good if we're sending them out specials that we're having, or emails that may not be relevant to them. Same with media. But if we've got news that's happening, or maybe we've got a new product or something like that, then we are going to want to have those people on our list for a particular email to be able to select those local business and media. So step 2. So if we think about our current subscribers in our list, so it's quite common when we work with businesses that will have a client that has a huge subscriber list, but nothing is segmented at all. So what we can do is that we can email out a survey that's all about focusing on getting them to know them better. So we use those questions that we ask them and then we segment them. So for that person who's just joined the session, would you mind muting yourself, please? Thank you. So we can create a survey. This will be through whatever platform that we use for our email marketing. And then we can use those answers to automatically categorize them. So that's one way that we can do. Or another example is that we may have a subscriber list of all our past clients, and we know that way we can categorize them as well. So if we've got all our past clients and we know that they've experienced our product, then we are able to upload them into our email database and segment them that way according to what the groups are or what is the categories that how we want to segment them. So another option too is to look at the source. So for example, we know that when we collect our people in our email databases, they might come from all different sorts of places. So we might have our subscribers that will come from our subscribe form on our website. And then we might have, if we have some sort of booking system, then we've got those clients there. So we look at what our sources are. And then we also might have another example would be a lead magnet. So if we've got those people there that have joined from our lead magnet, so then we can categorize them that way by looking at where we sourced them to begin with. So I've got a little bit of further reading for you depending on what it is that you, what platform that you use. And just we've got MailChimp and also MailerLite that we have used in a lot of our examples for this time that I've spent with you over the last 6 sessions. So this is a little bit more further reading. So as I said, we're just looking at the surface here of segmenting and why it is that we would do that. So we'll pop those links in the chat for you. So grab those links there and then you can get more further reading on understanding how to segment your database according to MailChimp or MailerLite. So just if we look in also at a recap of all the topics that we've covered over these last 6 weeks, and this may really help with furthering your knowledge too. So we've got the first session that we did was intro into email marketing and automation. So just why we do it, what the benefits are, and then how to build your database. So we've done a 15-minute presentation on how and the ways that you can help build your audience and your database. The third session, we focused on email content examples. So I showed a whole bunch of examples of ideas as well that you can have to email out. So that was a really great session too. Diving into automation. So ideas of automations and examples of automations that you can do, which is a really valuable tool for your business and how to communicate to your guests as well. Introduction to lead magnets, that was last week. So if you haven't yet delved into the world of lead magnets, that's a really great, just a little overview of what a lead magnet is and how it works and what you need for it as well. And then also today, categorizing your database. So just finally, there's a few tips that I have for you as well. So when it comes to email marketing, you want to be really focused. So we really want to always remember what our call to actions are in each email. And we're using our imagery as well, captive imagery. So it's visually presentable as well. We really want to make our content personalized and talk to our persona using the language that they expect. So when we're thinking about our email marketing, we really want to use that. We might have a professional tone that we use, or we might have a friendly tone that we use, but we really got to always come back to our branding and the conversational tone that we use with our customers. So our content should be based on delivering value to your persona. So dig deep. So we're always got to put ourselves in our customers' shoes and think about, is this of value to them? Would they want to hear about this? So every time we create an email, we've really got to put ourselves in our customers' shoes to make sure that what we're delivering is really valuable content. So also immediately establishing a real human connection is essential to make your customers feel valued. So every one of your customers has their own pain points, values, and needs. So it's important to personalize your communication. So when we talk about immediately establishing a real human connection, is that one example I can give you is that, say a subscriber joins your mailing list, and it may be through a subscription box on your website, or it may be through another source. What we want to do is we really want to, this is a great example of an automation, that if we can trigger an automation that says welcome, welcome to the family, or welcome to our team, or so we really want to take advantage of those circumstances of when people choose to join us or choose to sign up to our news. We want to make sure that we are putting that message across, that we really value that they've chosen to hear from us, and then we want to deliver on that promise as well. So finally, it's really important with our email marketing that we want to be consistent and commit to what we feel we can achieve. So we really want to aim for consistency and quality. So if email marketing is something that's very new to you, or you haven't yet delved down that road, or you haven't, maybe you've just sent a few emails here and there, but you haven't actually had a plan, then I really encourage you, if anything, just commit to what you feel is achievable for you. So it may be quarterly, it could be, it could be monthly, but what we want to make sure is that what we deliver is consistent and it's quality. So I've got a few action items for you to finish up with this session. So sit down with your thinking cap on, and going off all of the other sessions that we had, ask yourself, what is my next step? So with email marketing, every single business is at different stages. So when we sit down and we think about where are we, what are we doing, what aren't we doing, and what's our logical next step? So obviously, if we aren't doing email marketing at all, then it's a really good idea to sit down and think, okay, what can I commit to? And rather than look into the automation side, that's going to be a little bit too advanced, but we really want to bring it back to our business and what is achievable and what's the next step. So write down a goal. So after you've thought about your business and where you're at and what your next step is, write down a goal. So it might be that your goal could just be that I'm going to write down a plan that I'm going to commit to that I feel is achievable. Or you may already have a plan, but you haven't yet enacted it. So it might be, your goal might be, okay, I'm going to start that. I'm going to start committing to that, that plan that I've made, and I'm going to start delivering on it. And thirdly, reward yourself when you've reached your goal. So I know with myself, sometimes it's just the thought of doing things that really puts me off making that step. But I know that once I've done it, I feel really good in myself. But it may be too that you need a little reward, so that you say, okay, so if I'm going to commit to sending out an email once a month, or so reward yourself for taking that step. It might be that you can have a piece of cake, or you can take yourself out for coffee, or it might be that you finish a little bit earlier if you're one-man band in your business. So your business can only thrive with the right attitude. So just on a final note, it's really important that I want to recognise those people too that are that one-man band, and we really need to have that can-do attitude. And if you find that there is something that's holding you back from making that next step, then explore it, work it out, or maybe just dive into the deep end and give it a go, because sometimes it's just the thought of it that can make it a little bit scary. But once we do it, then you'll learn from looking at your stats what works and what doesn't work, but we can only know if we have a go. So thank you for joining me for this final session. And just to remind you as well, we'll get into your questions soon, but to head back to our YouTube channel and explore those other topics there that I have delved into for the last 5 or 6 weeks. Thanks, everyone, and we'll see you next time, wherever that will be. Thanks.
Thanks, Claire. Bye-bye.
Bye.